Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie. Today it is time for my April haul revisit. Let's just jump straight in with it. So in March I had a very small haul revisit, and in April we're back to the bigger side of things. This month I have 13 books that I haven't read that I purchased in April last year. We're going to go through them and I will talk about which ones I think I might try and read this month and which ones are going to be on the back burner. In April last year, I went to a secondhand book event, the same one that I went to in March, and you can see that in my March haul. Last year it was in April. And so I did get a bunch of secondhand books from that, and of course a couple of new ones throughout the month as well. We're going to start with the new ones. Okay, starting off we have The X-Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I think this one is more on the side of YA contemporary, though I believe the characters are in college, I think. I don't know if it is romance. I guess I'll see. I don't imagine that I'm going to get to this one this month or anytime soon. Just not super in the mood for this kind of story right now. I also have The Beauty and the Terror by Catherine Fletcher, which is an alternative history of the Italian Renaissance. I did start reading this one when I got it and it was very interesting, but I put it down, and I think it's one of those that reading it not all at once but kind of in a very close succession makes more sense. So hopefully later in the year I will have some time to dedicate a week or two to reading this one. I have Head to Itch by Skye McKenna. So I recently started this one in a try a chapter tag in March and decided not to read this one at that point. Again, not super in the mood for this kind of story right now, so I think I will pick it up again in a couple of months. And next we have Sugar by Carly Nugent. This is a YA contemporary about a young teenage girl who has type 1 diabetes. And so I originally bought it because of that, because I also have type 1 diabetes. This is part of my friend picks, so I will be reading it in April, probably, because that video does need to go out in May. So hopefully I will get to this one in April, if not early May. And next I have my book from Fable Crate. This is Bright Ruined Things by Samantha Coho. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like this one. I haven't liked most of the books that I got through Fable Crate at the time, but I do have a video planned for this one, so I will be trying to read it. Usually I would just unhaul it, but I'm going to try it for that video, and hopefully you'll see that as well in May, June. Now we're on to the ones I bought at that event. Some of them aren't actually secondhand, so let's start with those ones. I got myself a copy of The Unexpected Guest by Agatha Christie. So I believe this is originally a play that Christie wrote, and it is turned into a novel by Charles Osborne. It's very short. I'm sorry if you can hear Fletchy rubbing his face on the microphone. I'm sorry, Fletchy wants to rub his face on everything right now. I haven't been reading any Christie at the moment. I am hoping to pick some things up in April. Probably not this. I'm still working on Poirot, and this isn't part of the series, so this one will probably be later down the track. And then I also got The Burning Swift by Joseph Elliott, which is the third book in the... I can't remember the name of the series. I think it's the Shadow Sky trilogy. I've read book 1 twice and I haven't continued the series from there, but hopefully I will read book 2 at some point. in the next few months so that I can finish this one off, maybe in April, but I've already said I would read a lot of things in April, so probably not. And then this one is a kind of a weird one because I did originally buy a copy in April of last year, and then I bought myself a new copy in February of this year, which is the one I have here. And that is My Lady Quicksilver by Beck McMaster. I am going to keep it as part of this haul revisit, even though I technically only bought this copy in Feb. I'm hoping to read this one in the next few days anyway, so I figured putting it on here wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, and then we have The Extremely Inconvenient Adventures of Bronte Metalstone by Jacqueline Moriarty, which is another middle grade, and this one has a bunch of illustrations in there. It's quite the chunky book, but it was one that I'd been interested in for quite a few years. Don't think I'm gonna have the time to read this. I will keep it aside for when I'm in the mood and have the time for a middle grade. And then finally I have 4 books by 2 authors. That doesn't really make any sense, I don't think. But I have 2 books from Stephanie Lawrence, The Perfect Lover and The Ideal Bride. These are whatever books in the Sinster series. Won't be reading this month. I'm not up to this point in the series still. But I will be reading the book in the series that I am up to again this week. And then finally I have some Ngaio Marsh. Hello Darkness. So this is False Scent, which I have still left in the wrapping because I don't know, I have. And then the other one, I just want to give a warning because this one has a kind of gruesome and terrifying cover, so I just want to give you a heads up before I show you if you want to look away for 15 seconds. Anyway, this is Dead Water. See what I mean? It's just kind of a bit this is Fontana. What is wrong with the people at Fontana? I have quite a few Ngaio Marshes that have terrifying covers like this. So I'm going to put that one down and hide it behind this one. I'm not up to these books in the series either. And again, haven't really been reading any Ngaio Marsh lately. I was waiting until I had the next book in the series. And now I do, so I just need to make some time for it. But that is it. That is everything for April. Yeah, it's kind of big, but there's been worse. There's been worse months. So I think that, yeah, I will hopefully mark off a couple of these and we'll see how we go. But for now, that's everything for today, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.